was suffocating, ionized by the static charge of impending violence. The world held its collective breath, peering through the periphery at a convergence that defied logic. For years, the heavyweight division had been a desolate kingdom, a landscape scorched by the path of a man who fought like a primal force of nature. Mike Tyson. He was a human wrecking ball, a kinetic storm of bad intentions wrapped in black trunks. Opponents walked into the ring with their spirits already broken, their eyes glassy with the primal terror of a gazelle watching a lion coil its muscles. They didn't trade with him. They survived him. They offered up their ribs as tribute to his liver shots and leaned into his gravity, hoping only that the inevitable collapse would be swift. Then, there was Evander Holyfield, the man who refused to read the script. While the rest of the world whispered that Tyson was an unstoppable epic of destruction, Holyfield stood in the shadows of the tunnel, a quiet gargoyle of iron-willed stoicism. He did not possess the aura of the abyss that surrounded Tyson. He possessed the cold, surgical temperament of a gladiator who had forgotten how to yield. When they met in the center of the canvas, the contrast was Shakespearean. Tyson was the hurricane, vibrating with a coiled, terrifying velocity. Holyfield was the storm wall, unmovable, grounded, and terrifyingly calm. The bell didn't ring, it detonated. Tyson surged forward, a blur of concussive force, throwing hooks that were intended to erase history. Each punch was a sonic boom, an earth-shattering testament to his reign as the baddest man on the planet. But then, the unthinkable happened. Holyfield didn't retreat. He didn't crumble under the weight of the legend. He stepped into the fire. He met the hurricane with a brutal rhythmic defiance. Where others had found only despair, Holyfield found leverage. He tied up the beast, he pushed back against the tidal wave, and he landed blows that spoke not of fear, but of an ancient savage resolve. He stripped the mystique of the invincible layer by layer, trading leather with the man who was supposed to be a god of ruin. This was not a fairy tale. There were no dragons to be slain by virtue, only two men carving their names into the canvas with raw, visceral malice. As they clashed, the crowd realized the truth. The night was not about boxing. It was a seismic shift in the tectonic plates of combat. The baddest man on the planet had finally found the one thing he couldn't break with brute force alone. He had found his reckoning.